Welcome to the next video, guys. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to download the MetaTrader 4 onto your computer, your laptop, and also how to link your broker. Okay, so in this example I'll be using my broker, which is IFX, and I'll be explaining from my broker's point of view. If you're using a different broker, the options may be different. But on any broker's platform, there will be a drop down menu, whether it be at the left, on top, or at the right. You'll have these options and you'll see a link that says MetaTrader 4. All you want to do is you want to click on MetaTrader 4 if you are using Windows, iOS, or Android on your mobile device. But we will be using our laptop for this demonstration. So we're going to go ahead and click on MT4 for Windows. And once we click on that, we just scroll down and we click on download MT4. And over here we can see that it's busy downloading. So once it's complete, we will just install MetaTrader 4 onto our laptop. And this will give us better access when trading and viewing the charts. So let's just click on this and say open when done. So when the download is done, it will automatically open up and we can proceed with the installation. So over here, we're just going to click on next. Here we just click on next. And we wait for it to download. Once it's done downloading, we just click on finish. Okay, so we just wait for that. And you can go ahead and close this tab that will pop up. Okay, once you've downloaded MetaTrader 4, okay, this is my chart at the moment because I am currently trading, but I will go ahead and show you guys how it will look when you just go and open up MetaTrader 4. So this is what you will see. Okay, your chart will look like this. If you don't get this option initially, you will also get the MetaTrader 4 platform and you'll see a symbol like this, but it will be over here on your far right. Just click on that and it will open this platform. Okay, so how this platform works, it's similar to TradingView, but this is just where you can go ahead and link it to your broker, to your actual account. So I'm just going to close up everything over here. So over here we'll be able to see our different types of charts. Okay, so we're currently on the Euro USD and it's on the 1 hour. So we look over here and we have our time frames, and we can of course go ahead and move across the time frames. Now here we have some tools. So we have the cross again, like on TradingView. You can add a horizontal line, you can add a vertical line, and you can add a trend line as well. Just do that again, and you can add a trend line. And to remove these objects on your screen, you just click on it till you see these dots. You right click and say delete. Double click, right click, delete, double click, right click. You can delete it, or you can go to the properties and you can change the color. You can change the color, you can change to a dotted line, and you can change the thickness of it and then say OK, and it will change. Want to delete it, right click and delete. So here we have all those different types of tools. Over here we can see we're currently on a bar chart. If we click on the candlestick, it will then change over to a candlestick chart. Can zoom in and then we'll be able to see the candlesticks, and over there is a line chart as well. So we leave it on the candlesticks. Can zoom in, can zoom out. Over here we can rearrange the windows the way we want it. So if we want to see all of these, so let's just click on that, you will be able to see all your different types of charts. If you wanted to go back to the way it was, just maximize one chart and it will show you one chart only. You can move between your different charts like that, just clicking on your currency name at the bottom. Okay. Then this green arrow over here, it says scroll chart to the end of the tick, and over here to shift the chart. So always make sure that both of it is ticked or selected so that you can see current price. If you don't, you won't be able to see. And if you want to move your chart, make sure that it's unticked so that you can move across. If it's ticked like that and it's selected, you won't be able to move. It will always go back to the current. You see, it always brings it back. Okay, and then over here we have new orders. So this is where you can place your orders. So you can go ahead and choose your pair, and then you can say market execution, or you can select a pending order, and you can, by the type, you can click a buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, or sell stop. All depends on which order you want. And you can go ahead and put in the stop loss and the take profit, and also at which price you'd like to place these orders. And close that. Auto trading is for when you use a robot. So if you have a robot loaded, you can turn it on and the robot will automatically take your trades for you, and you can just turn it back off. Now this is just, like I said, this is just basic tools over here. You can play around with it. Nothing is wrong. If by accident you click on something and this whole box disappears at the bottom, you just click on view and you click on terminal. Once you click on terminal, your box will reappear. So let me just do that. Your box will reappear at the bottom. And over here you will be able to see your account history. You'll be able to see how much you deposited and how much you've made. You can also click on trade. You can see your current account balance over here, and your open trades will be running. So you can see your floating profit or your floating negatives will be over here. Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, these are all basic tools that you can use to implement on your chart. But now what we're going to do is like the toolbox over here that disappeared and we want it back. So we're going to click on view and we're going to click on terminal, and we will have it back over here. You can see our account history. We can see some news headlines, your journal of your MetaTrader 4. So just basic things, the market. So the market is the MetaTrader 4 market, where you can get some free stuff like free indicators and stuff like that. Sometimes they have free stuff, but you'll need to register and go through all of these things. I don't really use this feature, but it's up to you if you want to go ahead and play around with it. Okay, so I'm just going to close this for now so we can focus over here. So the first thing, we're going to go through the top. Okay, let's first link our broker. Okay, so here we can see I'm linked to my my IFX broker. That is my account number over there. So all you want to do to add your account is you're going to click on file, and you're going to go ahead and say log in to trade account. So you're going to click on log in to trade account because you already have your account details. So you put in your account number, you put in your password, and you will choose whether it's a live or a demo account. Okay, so if we're going to do a demo account, you click on demo and you say login. Always save your account information so that it's easier for you to move between accounts. Okay, once you do that, you click on view and you click on navigator. So you'll see this navigator box appear over here. If you scroll all the way up, you'll be able to see your accounts. Okay, so these are my demo accounts and these are my live accounts over here. And you can just close them like that, minimize them, and it won't show your accounts, or you can expand them and it will show your accounts. Then over here, we'll have indicators. So if you expand it, you'll see you have these different types of indicators. So you have trends, oscillators, volumes. You can play around with these if you want to add it onto your chart. You just drop down to add something onto your chart. You press, hold, and just drag it and release. And you can go ahead and enter your parameters of your indicator, click on OK, and it will show on your chart. Another way to get to indicators, you can click on Insert at the top over here, Indicators, and it will give you the same list of all these indicators. Okay. Now also here on the indicator screen, by our navigator, you will see that I have a folder that says Forex Live. And if I go into Forex Live, you can see that I have these indicators which makes up the system of mine. Now, if ever you purchase a system from anyone, you can go ahead and create a separate folder. And all you do is the same, you drag and drop, and it will automatically load onto your chart. Now, how do you get this onto your system? So when you receive the files from whoever you're purchasing a system from, you copy those files. So you right click on the file and you copy. You come over here and you say File and you say Open Data Folder. Okay. Once you open Data Folder, a little pop-up box will appear with the files. So we're just waiting for that. And then we will go ahead and click on MQL4. We'll click on Indicators because some indicators that you're getting. Over here, you can go ahead and create a new folder. If you want a new folder like I did for Forex Live. And then you open your folder, you right click, and then you just paste the indicator into the folder. You then close it. But before we close it, that is just for the indicators part. Then you go back to MQL4. If you want to go ahead and add, let's say, just go back. You want to add a template, so you click on templates and you will be able to add your template over here. So you just copy and paste it here as well. And then for your robots, you click on MQL4 again, click on experts, and then you add your robot over here. You copy and paste your robot. You close it, you come back to your indicator section or your expert advisors, that's where your robots will be. You right click and you say refresh. Once you refresh it, you expand it again and your indicators will be over here. Okay. And if you, for example, let's just add random indicators here as an example. Okay. So I'm just going to add my indicator here quickly with the arrows, and we have this moving average, and then let's say we have the alligator, we add the alligator, just going to add with default settings, and this is now our system, right? Hypothetically speaking, this is our system, and we want this system loaded on every single chart that we open up. All we do is we right click and then we say templates, we save. So we're going to save this as a template. So once we click on save, a little box will pop up. Let's just wait for that box. You can see it's not responding over here. It's a bit of a delay on MetaTrader 4, which is fine. So once the box pops up, we can just go ahead and rename our template. So I'm going to name this as test. And then we click on save. And now our template will be saved. So every time we go ahead and we open up a new chart. So we click on new chart. And we look for a pair. Let's just say GBP/JPY. We right click. We click on templates. And we click on test, because that is what we named our template, and the indicators will appear. So you don't need to go ahead and manually drag and drop the indicators every single time. It's just a quicker way. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on view and we're going to click on market watch. Now what market watch is, it's where you can see all the currency pairs. Okay, so when you click on market watch, this is what it looks like. Now, depending on your broker, you can go ahead and just manually add these. So because I'm with IFX, everything at the back of the pair will say IMAX. So this is all the currency pairs that is available on IFX. And if I want a new chart with any one of these pairs, let's say USD JPY, all I do is I right click and I say chart window. And there's my chart window again. I can right click, I can add my same template that I had previously, and there's my template. Also, if you want to go ahead and change the color of the candles or change the background, remove these white lines. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So you right click. So to remove the white lines, the grid, you just click on grid and it will be removed. If you want it back, you right click and you click on grid again. Okay. Then also what you can do is you can go over here and click on properties. And over here you can change the colors of the candles. You can also select the color scheme. So if we say yellow on black, it will give us a preview of how it will look. If we say green on black, that's what we currently had. And if we say black on white, that is what it will look like. So let's just stick to green on black for the time being. So we go ahead and we click on that. And that's the basics of how to use MetaTrader 4 for trading. So if you click on view, you will be able to see all of this if you don't have these time frames, right? If you don't have these time frames or any of these, you just click on view and toolbars and you can go ahead and select these. So you can, there we go, my time frames is gone because I deselect the time frames. If I go to view, toolbars, time frames, then my time frames reappear. So you can go ahead and you can play around with these settings. That's about it. There's nothing major. Oh yes, over here we have where we can add our shapes. Okay, so we can add our Fibonacci retracement. Over here we can add shapes and we can add arrows. This is all just to use for analysis on your chart. So if we shapes, for example, and we want to draw support and resistance, we click on the rectangle and we just drag it to wherever we want and release it. And that will be our support or resistance zone. If you want to change the color or anything, just double click. You'll see these dots appear over here. You just right click and you say properties. And over here you can change it to whichever color you want and say OK. And it will change. If you want to delete it, you just go ahead and delete. So that is the basics. I'm just going to show you guys one last time how to go ahead and link your broker to your MetaTrader 4. You're going to click on File and you're going to say Log into Trade Account. If Log into Trade Account does not pop up, you click on Open an Account. Okay, it's another way to do it. Open an account. And then it will start scanning. So it will scan for your different types of brokers. You can just say Next. If you go back and nothing pops up here, you can go ahead and click on Add New Broker. So if you're using, let's say, Veracity Markets, then you just search for it, Veracity, and you say Scan, and it will look for Veracity Markets, and there it is. Then you'll click on Real or Demo. So let's say a real account. You will then say Next. And then you will say over here, you will highlight this one that says existing trade account. Because you have an existing account, you put in your login, your account number, and you put in your password and you say finish, and you will be logged in to your account. And your account will be linked over here. If you get an error message, let's just check over here. And type in your own lot size over there. Then you can click on buy to buy the pair or sell to sell the pair. If you want to get rid of the box, you just go ahead and click on that little arrow again. And if you don't want to see these things on the side, all you do is you go ahead and click the X, and you click the X, and you will have your full chart available. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.